All right, this David Benavidez response to what Sampson said yesterday about him ducking Demetrius Andrade.
Yo, what's up, guys? David Benavidez. I have my upcoming fight with David Lemieux. I feel like first things first, I got to take care of my business, but I feel like I get past David Lemieux. But the next best fight, for me, I feel like is Brutal Andrade. So I see Andrade's coming up to 168. So let's make it happen, Eddie. Yo, what's up, guys?
So we'll be right back. We'll talk about all of that. This, that, third.
Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
Like I said, I like David Benavidez, but I like how he came back expeditiously and did this last night. I had another little plug. He didn't know, according to my guy, he didn't know that the video existed. He didn't know Sampson went on the Boxing Voice and said that. So I'm not sure if he ever had been on the Boxing Voice before. I would believe he has been on the Boxing Voice. And basically, what happened was his promoter, Samson Tulowitzki, says that it's the guy who brought Pacquiao to America, I believe. He said that Benavidez would need more money to. They've been at for Benavidez to fight Demetrius Andrade. He would need more money than he would get for a Canelo fight. So he would need more than the Canelo bag to fight Demetrius Andrade. So check out the box office playlist. And he told my guy that he said he'd take the 7. He said he will take the 7 that they offering him to fight Demetrius Andrade. And he said he'll fight on, but he doesn't control his career. And that's the thing about it. Now he about to really show us if he can really do it. The PBC fighters they really push for it, can they do whatever they want to do? So he says that so David said that he didn't know about the video about the Sampson Whiskey interview on the Boxing Voice. I shared it on my Twitter. If you look hard enough, it's on my retweets. He said, but Eddie Hearn can send the same $7 million offer that was sent for Charlo, and the fight's on. So he said they sent the same $7 million offer for the Charlo fight to fight on. So he said he didn't know that it existed, but that's not. He about to show us. This situation gonna show us, bro, that can these dudes do it to do what they want to do. This video gonna show us can he do what he want to do. People forget that he tried to leave Sampson Tulowitzki for Top Rank, and Al Heyman was for all four. That's what I told y'all. How they boxing out blood, bro. It's a fraternity, bro. They act like they beef, but when they have to do business and they have to talk to each other, they talk to each other. They know exactly when all of them schedule a fight card on the same night, or two different promoters schedule a fight card on the same night. They all know what each other doing. It's like a fraternity on the surface. They act like they don't work together and they beef, but when they have to talk to each other and they have to work with each other, you know, they do. And Terrence Crawford didn't know that. And Terrence Crawford didn't had nothing to lose. Had nothing to lose. To be honest, what does Terrence Crawford have to lose in the grand scheme of things? He made a ton of money, bro. He just looking for the icing on the cake. So if he don't get it, he probably was already prepared to retire. But you got to remember too, there's been turmoil in this camp before. It says David Benavidez remains with Sampson Lewinsky after returning Top Rank's signing bonus. So Al Heyman listen, Al Heyman don't have no loyalty, bro. Now Sampson Tulowitzki is one of the dude who did the interview saying they need more than the Canelo bag to fight Demetrius Andrade. He is Benavidez' promoter, right? So Benavidez remained with Sampson Boxing after returning signing bonus money. It says that David Benavidez, this is back in you ain't got no June 3rd. I don't even know what year it was. It was a minute ago. I said David Benavidez won't be sidelined while two promoters rackle over him after Raw. The super middleweight title holder was slated to meet with Matt Korobov at Showtime's televised fight July 28th in Los Angeles, but he signed a deal with Top Rank 2 weeks ago, despite the fact he's under promotional contract with Sampson Lewinsky. Lewinsky filed the lawsuit against Top Rank in Florida last week, accusing Top Rank Bob Arum, boxing agent Billy King, was it torturous interference before they reached a court appearance with Benavidez is back with LEWKOWICZ. Says 21-year-old native of Phoenix on Monday returned 250,000 signing bonus provided to him by Top Rank, signaling that he was no longer interested in joining the Las Vegas-based promotional company. Said Benavidez continued to fight on the PBC banner. He's advised by Al Heyman. He's being lined up for a mandatory defense against Anthony Rail in the fall. Showtime, LEWKOWICZ told Ring. Now, he said LEWKOWICZ referred the Ring a statement he gave Los Angeles Billy King is the scavenger of the boxing industry when he did this to the Sergio Martinez. Sergio experienced and told him to go F himself. It was a shame the King first time. It'd be a shame. He said it's a shame on King the first time. It'd be a shame for me not to sue him. King denied allegations were reached out the Times. Um, now, this previous article, it was an article like this that said Al Heyman returned the money. He returned the cash back to Al Heyman. I mean, Al Heyman returned the 250,000 back to Top Rank. So they must have modified it. But it was in one of them articles. It was this one. He probably edited it. It said that Al Heyman returned the $250,000 signing bonus back to Top Rank in cash. So come on, bro. Like, they been ain't stepping in the right direction. And Bob Arum let it go. Because he probably looked at the paperwork and knew Benavidez was under contract. This was years ago. You know what I'm saying? This was years ago, bro. He's still under contract. Boxing contracts suck. Because once you get a certain amount of title defenses or whatever, then once you defend the title, you get a title, extend your contract. It's just never. It's really it's a 5-year contract or 5-fight contract. It has extensions in there. It has extensions in there, bro. Like if you defend your title this many times, we get this option on you. It's crazy. So it's just never a set number. You got options, extensions, and mandatory type. But they can release you anytime they want to on most contracts. They can release you. But we gonna see if he step. If he can control his own leg. Because from my experiences and what we've seen in boxing, they don't control their own leg. We'll see if he be able to gotta be the male lady. We'll see if he'll be able to we'll see if they'll be able to make his own decision and do what he want to do, But if he don't, this mean in the grand scheme of things, this mean that they don't control. We know they don't control their own career, but this mean that if they really want to do something, they can't do it. We'll see. This is important right here. I have to get done with Lemieux, but she's just gonna walk through Lemieux, right? We'll see if he'll be able to go in there and fight David Lemieux. But Sampson said he need more than the Canelo bag to get in there, and they know he gonna lose with Demetrius Andrade. You think Sampson ain't speaking for Al? You crazy. You crazy. Even though Al backstabbed him in the back, but it's business. You think Al Hammond would let him fight Demetrius Andrade? Then he wouldn't let a seasoned vet and Charlo fight him for 7? And then I heard there was another offer sent for 10. Come on, they just holding them off. They gonna do the same thing do with everybody else. They gonna hold these cats out. They gonna hold these cats out for Canelo paydays. It's like people thought Mayweather Pacquiao get out the way. They just go to the next guy. They just gonna go to the next guy. That's all it is. They just gonna keep going to the next guy. They gonna keep marinating. PBC, they don't have nothing to offer to a TV network. Not a good one, not HBO, not Fox. They gonna lose that deal. They cut their budget, they cut their funding. We already went through that article. It was on the Spence Ugas boxing article when they announced that Showtime would be distributing. They cut their fight day. They have nothing to offer. All they are programming fillers. That's it. They are programming fillers. Top Rank is a filler. Top Rank had one fight last year go over a million, or two fights, one fight go over a million viewership, and that was Shakur Stevenson and Jamil Herring. Yeah, one fight go over a million viewership, and that's ESPN. That's the platinum standard for sports network. And you know how many people tune in to ESPN? How many people subscribe just to ESPN? It's in everybody's basic cable package. You subscribe to it. So you're talking about more millions than HBO got. They got 200 million, 300 million probably plus subscribers. At two on the regular ESPN and only a million. One time watched Shakir Stevenson in, still in the pandemic. Watched that 950K watch Ramirez and Josh Taylor. You look at Showtime viewership, a couple 100,000. You lucky to get 500,000. Only guy to crack a million on Showtime, but Deontay Wilder twice, Ortiz and Bermain Stefan. And we rambling over who we marinate what? For what? Y'all need television numbers. But then again, guess what? He said he'd do it for 7. That's going on pay-per-view or his own. 7 is way higher than the budget for your average, fight card to come on regular or premium Showtime or regular ESPN. 7 is way over the budget. Ain't no network dishing out 7. They ain't dish out 7 for Lopez and Lomachenko. They said Lopez allegedly walked away with 600K, 600,000 for that premier fight. So they ain't even shoveling out. You lucky for them to even give you 5 for a fight card. It sounds like the numbers is 3 and 4, less than that. Whatever. If it's 3, the promoter probably taking 1 off the top. The promoter get paid before a punch is landed for you to take a step in training camp most of the time. So right then and there, a fight that should be accessible to all 2 guys who ain't stars, who ain't popular, barely popular in their hometown. Demetrius Andrade proved we could put a little bit up in the Providence, Boston area. Benavidez proved we could have put people in the seats in Phoenix, but they ain't no stars. And a fight that should be seamlessly made between 2 interim champions who will be who both WBC and WBO bylaws kind of go together, whatever like that. Who Canelo will drop the belt and be unified champion when they fight. I need 7. I need Canelo type of money. I need this. I need that. And then he don't even have a pass to press play from his promoter. He talking from a fight. You a fighter, bro. And if you say, well, I'll go and fight, I'm gonna fight him. Al Heyman, it's been said, allegedly Al Heyman contracts has to sign up on everything you do in the square circle. So everything you do in the square circle, Al Heyman sign off with. You can't do it without a permission slip, allegedly. So even though if he want to do this, bro, he can't do this without Sampson writing off on it and Al writing off on it. Remember, Tank got offers 5 or 7 million to fight Tevin Farm on his own. And he said Al Heyman told him that it wasn't a real offer. Don't worry about it. That's what they gonna do, bro. Al Heyman paying dudes to drop their belts. You know what I'm saying? So what's the likelihood of Demetrius Andrade fighting Lemieux next? It's slim to none. They can't even put Charlo in the ring with David Benavidez. I mean, what's the chances of Benavidez fighting Charlo after Lemieux? Slim to none. Okay, the plan, maybe something there. But I like how he came expeditiously with the response. But we all know you can't step without a permission slip, bro. And it's gonna prove again, PBC is the cancer in boxing. There's a lot of other ones out there that's doing regular stuff, but they put the game in the boxers' hand. They let the boxers and they push the boxers to take the raw least resistance for money later that may or may not be there. Look at Charlo. He could be doing 2 to 10, probably won't do a day. After conviction or being exonerated, probably won't do a day. Right? But if you do, he miss out on a golden opportunity. And Benavidez could be missing out on a golden opportunity. But the way Tim Tulowitzki said that, don't sound like he think he can win. It's a very difficult fight, and it is what it is. Your team already know you can't win. But we'll see what happens. But he came swiftly and he said that he wants to fight. But it's been some issues there with Samson Tulowitzki to begin with. But it is what it is. And these dudes go out here, and listen to Eddie Hearn taking the bait, and their promoters come out and say, "Oh nah, brother, you ain't doing that. You ain't doing this." So I mean, we'll wait and see. But Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit on notifications, increase your chance of notification. We go live and take or drop a video. You hit the link tree, link in the description. It'll take you everywhere I'm on social media. Just hit the link tree. Or if you want to donate, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. That's for the donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications, check the box from this playlist. I appreciate the love, support. Peace.